Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's your girl, Rashonda Hayes from KPR Network. Hope everybody is doing well today. I'm your host, and I've got my wonderful co host brothers with me.
Purge 55, all the way live, coming to you with the truth.
That's right. Hey, Pudge, what's up? It's your man Oliver Baker, aka Bake Boogie, also known as Bake Nasty, your mama's favorite stepdaddy. You
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 dig?
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 What's up, bro?
What's going on, you guys?
All right, all right.
All is well. It's been a great day so far. Yesterday, I had a ball. It was Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yeah,
Um,
happy Mother's Day to you,
Happy
bro. For
Mother's
real.
Day.
Thank you, thank you. I really did enjoy myself. My kids showed out. My dude showed me a good time. Later on in the day, we had a really good time. So uh, today, y'all, we are talking about Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. It's been a lot of talk about him. Um, his death has come as a great surprise to many people, and it's been a lot of mixed emotions. Joining us today, though, we have a homeboy of ours that we go way back with,
We
Sati Gossett.
All
Sati,
right.
Hello,
Sati.
hello.
What's
you
up,
want to tell us a
Sati?
little bit about yourself, Sati?
Yeah, I mean, I'm Rashanda's homie. I told you that's all I go by. No, we go way back. Uh, you
That's
know,
right.
I'm a writer director, and from LA, California. Kind of came up out there, mean streets of South Central Malibu. Don't sleep,
That's right.
That's right.
and I'm just happy to be here.
Good to have you.
We're Yeah, we're glad to have you as well. So, Kevin Samuels, you guys, let's talk about it. Some black women are happy about this thing, you know, about him passing. I think that's terrible. I'm never happy about anybody's death, no matter how harsh they may come across. What do you guys think about that?
Well, the Bible says we're supposed to rejoice when people die, and we're supposed to cry when babies is born. And I think this is a good example of when we're supposed to do that. That's just my, real quick thoughts.
I think it's kind of crazy in a bit, but I can understand in people's mixed mixed emotions with the way he came about it. I can understand the mixed emotions. He kind of came about it kind of wrong. He was trying to do good, but I think he just came up. He approached it the wrong way.
Really quick, for those who don't know, Kevin Samuels, he was known as an influencer. He had his whole knack and idea about what it meant to be a high value man and a high value woman. And he came across kind of like a know it all. Many people thought he was very arrogant, that he had some pretty bad views towards women of color, referring to them as average or fat or, all various types of things. And he kind of had this way of putting people in this place of kind of humbling people. uh but it came off rather rude. Sati, what do you think? Did you ever listen to any of his did you ever tune in live or catch any of his past shows?
Yeah, I watched some of his YouTube stuff, and just as an observer, and the only ones that are really upset are what I call the unaccountable,
Mm,
because you don't hear the successful people talking about him.
it's true.
It's only the people that um, not handling their business, and he calls them out on that. Don't shoot the messenger, but the message is still there.
I agree.
And
Hmm.
uh, that that's the only thing. I mean, to me, it's like Trump and him are like a reflection of our society.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
Mm.
that's
So
deep.
we
That's
kind
deep.
of we kind of deserve those cats to call us out and make us look in the mirror.
Hmm.
I
You
hear
know,
that.
I agree with that. I'm in the past, I haven't always been uh, sometimes strong enough to hear the truth about myself. And I think that the issue that I will say that I took with Kevin is his delivery. You know, we go by this, it's not what you say, how to say it type thing. But I think also on the flip side of that, what I've had to learn, even in my personal life, is sometimes you got to just hear it raw, you know, to make yourself uh, bring about the change or do the things that you know you need to do
You got to
or hold
ruffle. You
yourself.
got to ruffle the feathers.
Yeah, you know, Sati used the word accountable, and a lot of times in this world, people don't really want to hold themselves accountable for anything.
Mm-mm.
You know, we rather point fingers and blame. You know, so yeah, you know, there were women who would come on the show and they would talk about wanting someone that was successful and you know make a certain amount of money, but they didn't bring that to the table, and he would pretty much take them there. You know, how are you going to want this type of man and you're not even this type of woman? And I'm all for that. I'm all for that either way around, even for men when they want a certain type of woman, but they're not that type of man. So I'm all for that. You know, I think it was just sometimes his delivery could be a bit belittling.
And there's a train wreck quality to these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like these people felt like they could come on and say, "Oh, I'm gonna sun Kevin Samuels. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna out talk him." But then they come on with the bonnet on and they're in their drawers and stuff. They got the kids running around in the background. So part of that, you know, they kind of keyed toward those type of people because people knew, oh, let's see how Kevin's going to handle this, that, and the other thing. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why people tuned in to see people get quote unquote put in their place.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to add is some of that. Can we attribute some of that to entertainment, and it's some of the backlash because of the entertainment? You know what I'm saying? Like we're saying, his shrewdness, which we can attribute. I'm hearing to his entertainment because he's doing that because he knows, or he did that because he knew the more controversy, right? The more clicks that it's going to get. We wouldn't even be talking about him if not for those kind of interactions, right?
Yeah.
True.
Exactly.
True.
But
It
didn't you
makes you
say,
wonder that.
Fake, yesterday when we talked, you said that he had 75% of his followers were women.
Yeah. So it's black women. So as much as we've seen the argument being, oh well, he was rude to black women and all this, but his main support was from black women. So
See,
True.
and then on the flip side of that is there's a lot of brothers who are saying and claim that they helped him. He helped them. So that's like Sati said, you don't kill the messenger when he ruffles the feathers. He gotta kick the beehive a couple of times. You know.
Yeah, I follow this one young guy who he's been building his page for quite some time, and I've seen his page grow pretty quickly. And he basically paid homage to Kevin Samuels. You know, he felt like Kevin helped him get himself more together and become a more of a quality or high value man. So, you have that, you have it on both sides of the coin, where he did help some people. And I could imagine that maybe even some women. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if any woman would ever come out. I haven't heard of any coming out to say, you know what, Kevin helped me to look in the mirror and get my shit together. And so that I could step up and be this high value woman in order to attract the type of man. I don't know. Have you guys heard of any women come through and say that?
See, no, I haven't been, and that's kind of weird. It like Bake says, there's 75% of his people who supported him were black women, but not one of
Mm-hmm.
them were saying that the words that he got to shake him up helped him. So
Yeah, I mean, I've seen at some of the end of the sessions where the women will kind of like capitulate and say, "Yeah, you're right. I need to do better." Da 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 da. But I haven't seen like after results.
yes,
You know, it's kind of like
Mm.
75% of his viewers are black women, but all these women are cheering that he
dead.
passed,
Hmm.
and they're complaining about him. It's the same thing with any kind of shock type material. You know, people were complaining about Howard Stern,
Mm-hmm.
but all the people wanted to listen to Howard Stern to see what he said next.
True.
You know, it's like that car wreck thing on the freeway. You want to see, okay, what's going to happen next? How's he going to humiliate this girl? Da da da. What's he going to say? What's going to come out of his mouth? And that was the whole thing with him.
So
Yeah.
so I'm glad you said that. So then in the end, when you pass, you cannot then be like telling people, oh, don't say this about the man, don't say that, because people are only going to react from how they saw that individual. You know what I'm saying? If they saw him as a teacher, as a person who helped them get through a situation, they're going to praise him. If they saw him as a person that was ridiculing them or that, belittled the people, then they're going to treat him a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of that is okay, right? Because it's just part of where the person stands.
Yeah, I mean, we all had a teacher in school or a coach that we all thought was an asshole, but we knew he cared about the kids, and we went back to thank him later and said, oh, thank you for setting me straight. Da, 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 da. I didn't see it, but you saw the potential. I mean, another side of the coin is, if Kevin Samuels didn't care, he wouldn't say nothing.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. It was monetary gain, right? He was getting money.
Well, there's that too, but it is something that obviously inspired him to go on a platform and talk about it.
And that's what I was saying. That was something had to put him on that to do that. Even though, like I said, he knew he was going to get flack. You always know that, and of course, money is always involved somehow. Monetarily, is in there, but there was something in him, or something was whispered in his ear for him to step up on that podium to take that. Now, maybe he did it the wrong way. Maybe he did it, but
well, let's look at the final irony of it all, right? How did he pass away?
On top of me.
So
don't tell purple.
Hey, he came and he went.
He came and he went.
Man. Yeah, they said he wanted to go for a second round and it wasn't going down.
Must have been the bomb. Must have been the bomb.
Look, we all going to hell talking about this.
I know, what? That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Salute to Kevin Samuels. Did that, though.
Yeah, it's I think the thing about it is, when we first started this show, we talked in the beginning about how much controversy sells, drama, that's what people want. And it's so interesting that people want that, but then when they get it, it's like you guys said, then they hate that person. Sati, you brought up Howard Stern. You brought up, Donald Trump. People hate it, but then they love to see it. It's like reality TV show. People hate it and talk about it, complain about how, everybody's so catty and petty and, but then people still tune in.
But
tune in.
But see, is that because they hate it because it's pointing out things that they need to work on? But they want to see, and they keep coming back because they know that they're getting some kind of help, but they don't want to admit it. What's the play on that?
I don't know because you know what? I was mad that they took off Jocelyn and Stevie J. I needed me some Jocelyn once a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a black man straight up every week. I need one night just to be niggerish. You know what I'm saying? So I needed that Jocelyn.
You needed that, huh?
Yeah, but now she on some other network. What network is she on now, Sati? They're not even on VH1.
ZTV or Bounce or whatever.
Yeah, Zoops or something that you gotta order. Yeah.
Before it was Jocelyn, it was like New York from Flavor of Love, and before that,
right.
It was MTV Cribs or whatever. There's just one after another.
Yeah, give me my Flavor of Love. You know what I'm talking about? Flavor of Love was crazy.
Now, what's interesting?
Bad Girls Club.
This just made me think about
Bad Girls Club.
Not just Kevin Samuels, but even before Kevin Samuels. You have a lot of men out there who are using their platform to, quote unquote, kind of tell women about love and how men should love them and so on and so forth. So they're doing the same thing, just in a different way. They're talking about something different. Are you guys familiar with those? Like the guy Derek Jackson, he was always talking about how women should be treated, and if a man is treating you like this and he's a dog. I mean, he was really appealing to women.
But then he was cheating on his wife. Or
exactly.
His wife.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's the same thing. And then once all that came out about him cheating, you know, he had his fall from grace too.
Credibility gone, huh?
Credibility.
I haven't seen him since, so I don't know. Maybe somewhere getting himself together, hopefully, you know, because it's like we have to practice what we preach.
You have to.
I don't always do it. You know, I've said things and then have done things that have contradicted, you know, what I said.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I take accountability for it. I have to hold myself responsible.
But that's the key. Taking accountability, like Sati says, accountability for it. Because if you're gonna put yourself in that front, you know, as a front man for something big like that, you got to keep on your P's and Q's. You know, dot all your I's across your T's. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, you know, just all these people are having these falls from grace because, like, the Me Too movement, all these preachers, these journalists like Matt Lauer, Charlie Rose, even Steve Harvey had his moment. Old girl from Wendy Williams.
Yep.
You know, just knocking all our quote unquote idols down.
Shoot, even Kirk Franklin. Shoot, remember?
Kirk Franklin, he was addicted.
Oh yeah.
He got the best one though with the son. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Before that, it was the porn.
Before that was the porn. Yeah.
Son.
What happened to his son?
Oh, okay.
He's been having his son came out and basically said, you know, was just basically saying that his dad wasn't all who he claimed to be.
And Kevin Samuels on the audio told him he'd put his foot in his ass.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I think he said he came out. He said he thought it said his son was gay. That's what he meant.
That yeah.
Yeah.
Kev, you saying that Kirk said his son was gay?
Or he just came out and was just dissing his dad.
I think he was dissing his dad and talking about how he wasn't there and this and that. And Kurt was talking about how he, you know, all the money he didn't spend over his kid's lifetime, and you know how it is, man. But Kurt didn't know that he was on audio cussing like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't say nothing because I grew up like that. So.
You grew up like what?
Well, you know, just having a famous father.
Oh yeah.
You know, with all that, you know, there's a whole different kind of ball of wax.
Yeah.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, because the perception of what it is one way, and then the home life is a whole nother way, right?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah,
it is. I'll write about it one day.
That's right. Hey, if you like what you've been hearing, man, go check out KPR Network on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. Go check us out.